Big John, Big John.
All right, well, happy Thursday morning, everybody. And Kevin called. Log splitter's done. So I'm gonna run over there and pick that up. Actually, I'm gonna go to Fremont first because I got to get shocks, front shocks for Tammy's truck. So we'll run down to Fremont, pick them shocks up. I figured, what the heck, I should have got him yesterday when I was down there, but I didn't. So we'll put front shocks on it. I'll go get him, then I'll get the log splitter on the way home and see what kind of trouble we can get into. I'll give Dad a call and have him come over and pump the brake pedal for me, get them brakes bled out, get the bed put back on it, and go from there. All right, I'll catch up. All right, everybody, back to the garage. Been here for a while. Left Frickers. I went to Kevin's and got the log splitter. They put a whole bunch of new to that used parts on it, carburetor and everything else. A bunch of bolts were vibrated loose, but got the old front shocks off, got the new ones on both sides. A little bit of trial and error to get them on there, but we did it. So rotated the tires, and I'm gonna call Dad, see if he'll come over and pump the brake pedal for me, get these bled out and start putting the bed back on it and stuff. So I gotta get a U-bolt that I broke for the exhaust system. So I'll probably have to run up to Big Bear muffler, big truck muffler. I don't remember what it is, up to 795. But anyway, we're rolling. Well, happy Friday, November 19th, everybody. I didn't pick the camera up last night, but Dad and Eric come over. Eric worked on the electric for the house. I think we got it fixed. It's not flickering anymore. So then we sat out here and I tore the log splitter apart. I don't know if you'll be able to see. You see how that's a little wet right there? That's where my hydraulic oil was leaking. There's just a little crack there. So I tore the beam off of it, unhooked the cylinder, got her laid up here on the sawhorses, took a wire wheel after it. So got the welder out. So we're gonna weld that up real quick. A little bit of sniffles today, but yeah, so get that done. I'm gonna run over to Harrison's and get that exhaust clamp. They probably got it right over there, and that's only 6 miles away and compared to 20 miles away to the other place. But anyway, yeah, so we didn't work on the truck last night. I went over and helped Eric split a bunch of wood. He was actually out of split firewood. So we went over and he's got them IBC totes. And we filled up 4.5 of those real quick. Matter of 20 minutes, half an hour, maybe 40 minutes. I don't know. But we had his log splitter singing. So anyway, I'm going to get this welded up and let it cool off while I go get that clamp. And maybe we'll get that back together, and later today we'll cut and split some wood out back here. All right. It was a little bit more than I expected, but I think we got it. I tack welded just around the end there, or welded it back up, and I set it back up like this, and the oil was just running out of it. Got to looking closer and it was cracked out each way. So I tipped it back up and cleaned her up and found the ends of the cracks, and we got her. Probably should have drilled a couple small holes there to stop the crack from going any farther, but I welded way past it. So that should do it. All right, went over to Harrison's. Boy, I'm getting a cold. Went over to Harrison's, picked up a clamp for the exhaust on this truck. The one I broke. Problem is I don't need the base. All I need is the ring. But that's how it works. Yep, that little piece right there, $5 and some change is what it cost me. Oh well, and then I stopped at Kevin's, KNS or KS Sales and Service. Good guy. Get my chains from him, and he fixed my log splitter up for me. Did a bunch of work to the motor, new carburetor, new used carburetor, and some other parts on it. And this looks dry. She looks dry, so that's good. So we can put her back together. Awesome. All right, I just got to figure out how to get it down off there by myself. I can put the welder away and stuff. We'll figure it out. All right. I guess it's better it happened right here, right? So anyway, I got Tammy up in the truck. She's pumping away. We get this one bled out pretty good. Move around to the other side. And all of a sudden, I'm not getting any fluid. It's like, huh. So we tried a bunch of different things. And I happened to look under the truck. And there's a big puddle. On the floor here, I got covered up with kitty litter now. But blew the line back in there. That comes up and goes to the front brakes right here. So there's that line and these two right here that go up to the master cylinder. All three of them, well, plus this new one that I just put in back here, the shiny one. That's the one I put in last year over to the other front wheel. So there's these three in here. So I took the wheel and tire off, pulled the inner fender out of it. I'm just going to change all three of them. I got them all, so we're going to go get a bite to eat. Honey, did you get the dogs in?
Yes, sir, I did.
All right, we're going to go get a bite to eat and come back and play around with this some more. Well, the things that happen when you don't have a camera with you. I left the camera sitting right there on the vise. We went up to eat, come out of the bar, Kate and Al's, and one of the neighbor's semis is sitting at the light. I seen it pull up, probably sat there 10 minutes, didn't realize that it didn't pull away. He ran out of fuel, so but cops were there, police chief actually, and they were directing traffic, and I said, well, I'll pull him out of the intersection if you want. He wasn't in the intersection, but I said, I'll pull him through the intersection. I said, I'll pull him right down to the elevator, and they said, no, we don't want you pulling him down through the street like that. And the road's closed just north of there for construction. So I just pulled him through the intersection, and old Ford never spun a tire and just took right off with him. She was shifting gears and gaining speed. So did our good deed for the day. Now we're back to this thing. All right, let's tear some brake lines off. All right, well, truck's still bedless. She's a lowrider right now too. Sure makes it easy wrenching on these lines on the top side though. So yeah, new. Get down under here, and I still got to do some bending and get all the lines in the little cradles. And there's a few more cradles that I took off the frame. It goes all the way back to that distribution box, all the way up to the front wheels, all the way to the back axle. This poor lift, man, am I glad I got a lift. This thing's been up and down 15 times in the last 2 hours. Put it in there, tweak it, pull it back up, pick it all the way up to the top so I can get under there to work back on that ABS box. let it down part way so I can work in the wheel well over there. Then let it down all the way like it is now. Get them up through. But I guess that's how you save money. You learn things. I just hope I got them hooked up right. I guess we'll find out. Well, all right, everybody. It is 3 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. And the truck's still there. Didn't get nothing done yesterday. Come down with cold. Feel like crap. Sniffles, coughing. A little congested and stuff. Anyway, first order of business. This is still weeping. Just ever so slightly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to put a bead of weld down this side, around the corner, and back up this side a little bit. And I think that'll take care of it. Sat here for a day and it got wet. Wasn't running out, but it got just wet. So got the welder back out, gonna get her all hooked up. We're gonna weld that up again or more.